taking a closer look at what's being called the Great Resignation. 4.3 million Americans quit their jobs in August alone. That's actually a record. The biggest reason? Burnout. And rather than complain about the boss, thousands have become one by starting their own companies. Here's CBS's Mark Strassman.
Nick Fulmer had pandemic panic, furloughed by his janitorial company 13 months ago when no one else was hiring.
If I'm going to have something, I'm going to have to create it. Hi, I'm Nicholas with Jetstream Clean.
Fulmer gambled with his family's savings to start Jetstream Clean, his carpet cleaning business along the Alabama-Georgia border.
How's it paid off?
Well, I've doubled my money and my salary. Doubled.
COVID America has become a nation of quitters, job quitters. Millions of workers, like Fulmer, leaving the job market for good, often to become their own boss. In one survey, nearly 1/3 of workers who quit started their own business. Ominously for employers, in another survey, 95% of workers said they were thinking about quitting.
I'm done with the cubicle. I'm done commuting. I'm done sitting in an office.
Professor Tom Smith studies the pandemic's labor market trends at Emory University's Business School.
What explains why people are willing to take that leap now?
Maybe the looking craziness in the eye and coming out on the other end of it has made people reevaluate how much risk is actually involved.
Hustling in a crisis, Fulmer found pandemic prosperity. More money, more time with his family, better life balance.
I took this dream and ran with it. And with it, I carried my family.
With a paycheck he created, Fulmer can take this job.
Look at the color difference here.
And love it. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Fort Mitchell, Alabama.
Ladies and gentlemen, burnout is the number one reason why people are leaving their jobs today. Now, last year during the lockdown, it was a record high amount of Black people starting their own businesses. They did not want to return back to the office. Well, this year, you have people that are completely burnt out, and a record number of Americans are now starting their own business. And some of these people that started businesses were out and they had no chance of being called back to their jobs. So, hey, if you're not making the money you want with these employers, which at this point in time you just won't, this is definitely, a good alternative. So this is CBS News, October 25th, 2021. 3 states lead the U.S. in the rate of workers quitting their jobs. So a record number of Americans are quitting their jobs across the U.S., a trend some have dubbed the Great Resignation. But the phenomenon is making an outsized impact in some regions. In Georgia, Kentucky, and Idaho, more than 4% of workers voluntarily left their jobs in August, the highest rate in the country. So those 3 states have the highest rate of people leaving their companies. Perhaps not coincidentally, those 3 are among the states with the nation's lowest minimum wage. The federal mandate rate is $7.25. And what the hell are you supposed to do with that amount of money per hour? Come on now. States with more generous baseline wages tended to have lower quit rates, and the percentage of workers who handed in their resignation, recent federal labor data shows. By comparison, about 1.7% of workers in Washington, D.C. quit their jobs in August, marking the lowest quit rate among all states recorded in August, according to data. The nation's capital also has one of the nation's highest minimum wages at $15.20 per hour. Nationally, almost 3% of workers handed in their resignation in August, a record the government reported earlier this month. The number of people quitting rose to 4.3 million, far outpaced the number of layoffs from employers who cut 1.3 million jobs with the same month. Okay. So now several factors could be contributing to the elevated quits. One, the positive side is the signal that the job market is stronger for workers, offering incentives to switch jobs or to simply quit a miserable job in the belief that something better will come along quickly. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, everybody leaving their jobs don't necessarily have a job waiting for them. It may be the case for some people, but definitely not everyone. But with only 1 month of data, it is unclear yet whether the state level trends are driven by wages, the mixed industries within a state, or other causes, experts say. A fair amount of the variation in quitting across the country is driven by the types of jobs that are disproportionately done in different parts of the country, said Nick Bunker, director of economic research at Indeed Hiring Lab. So it's hard to know how much of the variation is driven just by the variation in industry and how much is the difference in labor market conditions. So there are a lot of fears out here right now of CV. So Americans are also struggling with the fear about CV infections. 4 out of 10 people who quit their jobs were either working in leisure or hospitality industries, such as restaurants and retail. Yeah, those industries are definitely hit the worst. And now, if you saw my other video, they are worried about the Christmas season. Hardly no one's coming in to fill out those applications. That's why they're offering all these sign up bonuses all of a sudden. Okay. The share of the workers in hospitality jobs in Georgia, Kentucky, and Idaho are roughly on par with the national rate. At the same time, workers are facing higher costs for everything from groceries to housing because of rising inflation. Higher bills may be prompting some people to search for better paying jobs. Others are quitting to start their own businesses, leading to a record number of entrepreneurs hanging out their shingles. So they're taking a chance on themselves. That's what Americans are doing. Through September, Americans have filed a record 1.4 million applications to start new businesses that are in turn likely to hire employees, according to an analysis of census data by the Economic Innovation Group. Among those entrepreneurs who were furlong is they're talking about the man that you saw in the video, and his business is called Jetstream Clean, where he has started his own business because he was furloughed from his job. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just have a feeling this job market, even if it recovers, it will never ever be the same. I don't believe it's going to recover, but you still got some people holding out hope that this whole thing is going to turn around. It is just simply not going to happen. We are past the 400 years. There is nothing they have in place that's going to turn this place around. They have nothing going on, except for always trying to drag people based on whether they got the jab seen or not. Other than that, They're not really doing anything substantial that's going to turn this around. And look at how long this thing has gone on. We are past 18 months, and soon it's going to be 2 years. We're not that far off from 2 years. And there's no light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, let's be real. Things are dire in America right now. And there's no way, with the amount of people leaving the workforce and hardly no one entering the workforce, you're going to recover anything anytime soon. It would take years. And America just don't have that kind of time. You don't have it. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.